Hello and welcome back to High Five Gaming's Blood and Electroplasm, Episode 2. We're a collaborative group of gamers, LARPers, and storytellers that have come together to share our tales of adventure and woe with you. My name is Scott Olyarchuk, and I'll be the game master for these adventures. This session may contain some swearing, some ultraviolence, and some topics otherwise ill-suited for small ears. Your discretion is highly advised. Last we left off, the group of assassins simply known as the Moonless Night had made their small ripples in the pool of Duskfall, with the death of Ulf Ironborn on their hands, as well as a small bit of burglary. There was no killing involved, thankfully. You guys are horrible assassins.
We weren't getting paid to kill them.
This is true, you weren't getting paid, but you did need to raise a little bit of funds, and that's what you did. And without further ado, let's go ahead and focus on our scoundrels. Our camera pans down through the smoke and fog of the district of Char Hollow. The light rain is misting overhead, coalescing into bigger droplets, and finally streams of water pouring down off the eaves of the roofs overhead. Except for the roof of a desolate church near the district square, whose broken rafters and shingles let the small streams pour onto the cold stone floor below. Following the torrent, the camera pans up, and we see B. Tell us what you're doing.
I am currently sitting with Arya, discussing our Ulf Ironborn ghost problem. Since he is still outside of our church here, screaming his head off.
Murder!
Arya being a murderer. We should probably definitely do something about the ghost.
You probably let off a couple nice loud yells and then kind of dissipate away.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't think Doc really offered much of a solution.
He did not.
So, we need to figure out this ghost problem, fast, before you're outed.
Well, I mean, before we're all outed.
Well, yes, but I think he's mostly screaming at you every time you walk in and out.
He is.
That's a problem.
I could lead him away until we figure out something if need be. What?
I'm glad you have confidence.
He's not going anywhere. So I know a priestess. She not like me, but
She doesn't like you. Are you telling me you're gonna go ask for help from an enemy?
not per se. But she might know someone.
What makes her your enemy or rival?
Right.
What happened between you two that made her...
Well, one of those differences in beliefs. I'm a man of science and ectoplasm, and she's a spirits and drunkard kind of feller.
Fair enough.
I don't too much of that. Fun juice. Speaking of which, where's my fun juice?
Sacramental wine.
If that's the case, then why do you believe that she's going to help us get rid of this problem?
Nothing better than an IOU in her pocket to get her going.
Favors speak wonders.
Yeah.
Where can we find her?
Probably in another temple. In... What's that place? Blightwood.
Brightstone?
Yeah, that one.
Maybe. I mean, the Church of the Church of Ecstasy is there.
She's not of the Church of Ecstasy, is she?
I don't remember what she said her affiliations was. I just know she's a bitch.
That's really reassuring.
I mean, right now, I'll take what I can get. We need to get rid of him.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
All right. So you're gonna go. You want to go talk to what's the priestess's name? Melista.
I think she might be pissed at me because I said her name wrong.
I mean,
Melissa.
the hells have no fury.
Did you forget to tip?
That's all he gave.
Wow. You always leave a tip. Not just the tip. An actual money tip.
Unlike those prostitutes.
You gave him a tip. Keep doing what you're doing.
Gave her a C+, as in let's see where this goes. And B before she knew it, I had nothing.
You gave her the D?
Oh yeah, I gave her a D.
Okay.
Several Ds.
Not his D, but
No,
several Ds.
No, yeah.
So, we're gonna go see a priestess?
Yep.
Okay. So you make it to Brightstone, and lo and behold, she is a member of the Church of Ecstasy.
Dibs on not going in. Make it a lot worse for me.
I suppose it makes sense that she would know how to get rid of a ghost.
Yeah.
Then.
Oh, actually, you know what? I need to pick her brain. Let's go ahead and do this.
Okay.
All right.
You lead the way in, since you know her.
Charge.
Burst open the doors. Molester!
So, are you very avant-garde going into the Church of Ecstasy?
I'm owning into that shit. Let's do this.
Okay.
I like his confidence.
So you go in, and there's probably like a handful of parishioners in this church. Like we're talking, this church is probably on par with the size of like Notre Dame, like something about that size.
Okay, your new digs.
It's pretty sizable, and beyond parishioners, there are probably some men of the cloth up there, and there is Melissa talking to one of them. And then you called out her name, right?
Molester!
All right. She pulls one of those like look back, and the double take of what the fuck.
It's your doctor. I wouldn't stand that close if I were you guys.
Oh.
She gives like the terribly sorry kind of thing to the gentleman that she's talking to, and if there was an aura of anger, like it's just pouring out of her right now as she is marching right down that aisle towards you.
I'm gonna grab your arm and like lean in. Remember, we're here to ask for help.
I'm well aware. The quickest way for her to get me out of here is with anger. I don't leave. She gets angry. She gets what she wants when I leave.
In no less than 20 words, what are you doing here?
I have a ghost problem.
Why is that my problem?
Because now I'm here.
I mean, it's not wrong.
I'll put an IOU in your pocket.
Unconditional?
One time.
One time unconditional IOU.
Yep.
I want this in writing.
You want him in blood?
Yes, your blood.
Give me a pen. Let's do this.
She kind of pulls the look around. Let's go to the rectory.
I love being alone with you. Let's do this.
Oh my goodness.
Excuse me, gentlemen. Men of the cloth.
He's gonna lose.
Brothers.
But not in a good way.
I'm just worried what he's getting himself into.
There's that as well.
So she leads you back into the rectory, and she produces a small dagger and puts it on the desk beside her with a small chalice.
Wait.
And then there's a quill.
I see where this is going. Here's how I milk the figure. Just gonna be a little bit. Do you have an anticoagulant in there? Or need to make this quick? That should be enough.
Okay. She slides the quill closer to you. Sign out an IOU to her. And I'm starting a clock called Blood Oath. And that is an 8-segment clock, by the way. Great. She takes the paper back, gives it a nice blow to dry it off a little quicker before tucking it into her bodice. Let's go deal with your ghost.
Cool. You're gonna teach me to do this, right?
Why? So you don't need me anymore?
I can always barge in through those doors.
I could stand to handle a few more unconditional IOUs from you.
Not at this rate.
Let's go deal with your ghost.
Yep.
So do you lead her back to the desecrated church?
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody else in tow?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so there's the loser.
Is he there?
He hasn't
No, he didn't coalesce quite yet, but she pulls out a mask and slides it on. And then pulls out a telescopic rod. It basically looks like a dog leash with a capacitor at the end of it.
Oh, we never got that far.
Your kink's not my kink.
Hey, no shame.
And she starts walking around. And
Sister's got kink.
go ahead and roll me a fortune roll. 3d6.
1, 2, 4.
Okay. So it looks like she attacked nothing. Like she made a motion and just like lassoed the air, and then the electric current goes through the entire pole. And then Ulf just kind of like materializes out of nowhere, and like that pain yell of like this is probably more excruciating than his death. Like his death was pretty painless and all. And then she basically puts him into submission as if he were a dog, and then drags him into a large bottle at her side.
And what will you do with him? If I may ask.
It's my business.
It'll be my business if he shows up again.
Keep him away from me. That's my insurance.
I believe he gave you an IOU to take care of this problem for good. Did he not?
I am taking care of it for good, as long as it remains sealed.
So what's up with the bottle? I thought we were just like, poof, the whole church was like, oh, we're gonna kill them all.
Some are. Most are.
So, what's with the bottle?
It's my business. Your ghost problem's done, and you owe me. And she leaves.
You know I can't stop. That's why she hates me. Just remembered, she's hot.
You hate to see her go, but you love to watch her leave.
I appreciate your help, Professor.
That one's gonna cost me later.
Well,
Twice over.
I will do what I can to help fulfill that.
At the end of the day, problem solved. None of you were hurt. No skin off my bones.
Well,
We shall see, I suppose.
Let's go rob something.
Say the
I
mess,
like a
the messy
shocky
bits
stick.
are wrapped up, so I suppose we should be getting on with whatever our next job might be.
I want a shocky stick.
We haven't seen anything from
Well, I
POC.
know, and that's why I'm concerned. It's been days.
From who?
From the contact.
Yours.
All of ours. The The person who gave us the first job.
Right.
I'm not sure he actually was
Maybe.
given such a job. Although you did have a card.
Hard to prove.
Well,
It's all up in smoke.
Whatever the case.
we don't just stand here on the streets, twiddling our thumbs. We should probably head back inside for the time being. Otherwise,
Right.
we're gonna start drawing attention more than a ghost did.
And there's the roof. I gotta fix that.
We'll get there.
That would be good. It's very wet in there.
Beats being outside now.
Not by much.
Free shower.
So, you all head back inside, and on the altar, there's a deck.
Well then, maybe I spoke too soon.
We're gonna be very busy.
Are you suggesting that every card in that deck has a name on it?
Yep. If not more.
I
should
don't
hope
necessarily
not.
think he's wrong. We all received cards. Our first job was on a card.
I'll walk up and pick up the deck
Okay.
and look at it. Are there names on
It's all blank.
like the one side's like
Yeah,
normal
you
deck?
take the deck, you just look at it, it's all blank.
Oh.
Spooky.
Well, this is not what I
That
expected.
is not at all what should be there.
What if we write something on it?
Write something.
I have an idea. Put it back down on the altar.
Okay.
Pull
Put it down.
only the top card.
The image on the card begins to fade in, and it is the Knight of Cups.
What?
We are gonna have
It was a hunch.
It was a good hunch.
And a name, as if it were scratched on like your skin, begins to appear. And that name is Aldo Hardigan.
Aldo Hardigan.
Anyone know Aldo? Where is Aldo?
Oh, you broke the GM.
That's a legitimate question. Where is Aldo?
Well, yeah. I mean, usually we're given at least a location or a time. Does it have either of those
Maybe
things
it's
on
the
here?
picture. There's a Knight of Cups.
Nine of Cups.
What else was on the picture?
It was the Knight of Cups, not 9. I think it said 9. It's a
Knight.
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 Knight
Cups.
of Cups.
So those Midwestern accents.
Yeah. Do you do anything else with the deck, or you just pull the one card?
I'll set the one card down next to it and pull just the next card.
It's a 2 of Wands.
This thing is normally in.
And does another name appear on that one also?
It does.
What is that name?
Lady Beth Penderin.
I suspect you might be right that this deck is going to...
Well, he said it first,
Go for
so
3.
Alright, I'll
These
lay
things are
that
normally
one
measured
next
in
to the other
threes.
one and pull one more.
then 3 would be a spread, right?
Yep.
It actually turns back into a Knight of Cups.
What happened to the Knight of Cups that I had sitting up here?
It goes blank.
Got it. So we have our
Apparently we
tasks at
have
hand.
2.
Not as overwhelming. We can work with this. I'm thinking.
What's the name on that one?
The Knight of Cups, it's the Aldo Hardigan.
The
Aldo
card pretty
Hardigan.
much shifted over to the new one drawn.
What
I
if
think
you draw
it's-
some? Same thing.
I don't know that it's gonna matter. I think we have to complete the jobs at hand.
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
What happened to the last card that you guys got? The 5 of Cups.
I would assume somebody still has it.
I think I had that. Because I was the one that pulled it off the door.
This is true.
Yeah, you would probably still have it.
So I'll like go to the room. I probably had it stashed
Okay.
in my room. Pull that out. Does it match the other cards?
The style matches, but the coloration has changed. Instead of being a fresh-looking card, it looks 20 years older.
But it didn't look like that when we received it,
No,
correct?
it looked like a fresh card.
That's interesting.
Is the name still on it?
Yep. Scratched out, though.
That is what they might call evidence.
Yes.
It's what I call trophy.
Mm.
Keep it.
I suggest maybe we dispose of it.
What if
Find
we
it
were
really damn good.
on the burn?
We can find out. I'll walk over to one of the torches that's on the wall and put the Ulf's card in the fire.
Okay.
See if it catches the edge.
When you put the card in, the flames kind of wreath around it, but the card itself doesn't actually burn. Like, it just gets scorched. It just gets that black char.
So pull it out and it's not burned at all. Really, it's got black on it.
Yeah, it just got the soot.
Well, that's a problem.
I said you better find a damn good hiding spot.
We could get rid of it somewhere.
My thought. We put these cards on the bodies. Boosts our credibility.
But it also could lead straight back to us.
Hell, we don't have the card anymore. The person whose name is on the card, dead.
I don't think we need to make any bigger of a name for ourselves.
Could switch the cards. Wrong card.
I
wrong
would
body.
say tuck that back away somewhere safe for the time being until we figure it out.
I'll just we can't leave this deck here, so
Cool.
I'm gonna pick up the deck.
Go ahead and give me a fortune roll
Okay.
with your, I think survey is probably the most applicable, or even attune would be applicable here.
It's the same either way. 5.
When you wiped the soot off the card, it felt like glass.
The card does?
Yeah, the card felt like glass.
Is it bendable?
Yeah, the card still is bendable, but it's got the smoothness of glass.
It's a strange material.
Unlike the other cards that you currently have that are just like any card texture.
I'm gonna set it on a stone and pick up another stone and bang the corner of it.
You hear it cracking, but the card doesn't change.
I pick it up, there's no crack lines or anything in it. Okay, well, I'm going to take this deck
Anyone
and
else?
hide it away. We shouldn't leave it here.
Yep. Question. You guys were gathered. Was there a crystal ball involved at all? Your card.
I saw a fortune teller.
Right. Like one of those back alley fortune tellers, dingy looking hair.
I mean,
old
she
woman.
looked immaculate and wealthy to me.
I'm still not sure that he's even supposed to be here. I'm not sure he even met the same person.
I don't know.
Tuck it away. Just in case somebody comes in, they don't immediately walk in on that.
What about you?
Keep it safe. I have an idea for it later. Not right now.
Okay.
We should pick one of the 2 cards, along with a name, and probably move.
Okay, I'm gonna leave the 2 cards out, take the deck and the old card, put them together,
Okay.
and I'm gonna go in my room, probably by myself, and work out. I had a stone from the wall that was loose, and pull that and shove it inside.
All right.
Close it up and then move the bed next to it.
All right, sounds good. All right. So, with the 2 cards in hand, and the other myriad options that you do have before you, what are you guys going to do?
So we've got the Knight of Cups and we've got the
2 of Wands.
2 of Wands. Where's Aldo? And a lady.
Aldo. And wait, what was Lady what?
Lady Penderyn. Penderyn.
Anyone know
Beth.
anything?
Lady Beth Penderyn.
Lady of Beth.
And then Aldo what?
Hardigan.
You know Aldo? Anyone here know
Do
Aldo?
any of you know those names?
Are you noble-born?
Military.
Nope.
No nobles for the background? Okay. And probably not.
Okay.
Academic? Maybe student?
You may have seen the name, but you can't place it.
Probably one of them cheap students. Oh, my daddy owns this. I'm going to get an A.
Not wrong.
I got into this expensive school on a weird-ass sports trip. Who does this sport anyway? I did to get into school.
Alright.
Water polo.
Well, what?
I think we should see if we can find either of these people and take care of one of
I
them
guess,
at
yeah,
a time.
whoever we find first.
Okay. Well, who are you going to go to talk about this for?
I mean, first option is I'm going to talk to Melver because he's already right here.
Okay.
Because he lives with us now. Melver!
Yeah, what's up, bud?
Hey, you ever hear of Aldo Hardigan? Hardigan. Never heard of him? Did we serve with him, maybe?
Go ahead and give me a fortune roll.
Using...
Probably consort is... Because you're just basically asking and being friendly, right?
I got nothing, so... 2.
Oh, you get an extra die because you're using a contact.
Worse.
Worse? Alright. Another, like, he kind of looks at you and, like, get that the clock is ticking in his brain and, you know? No, the name doesn't ring a bell. Like, at least from when we served.
Alright, what about...
I'm gonna go pick some flowers.
there was a noble lady. We wouldn't know her. You wouldn't... I don't know. Do you have any noble contacts?
Well, actually, it's a fortune roll, so it's not actually using your skill. So you got what? 4 was your highest that you got?
Yes.
Right?
Right.
Oh, yeah. I screwed up. My bad. Melver looks at you, and again, the thought process. Yeah, he didn't serve with us. Aldo did not serve with us. He's actually an Aruvian noble.
Ooh.
And his family, not only do they have a claim over across the pond, if you will, they have a small claim over here with a Leviathan ship that they own. And he occasionally comes over here and parties on his daddy's dime.
Do you happen to know the name of the ship?
That I don't.
Suppose if I had that kind of money, I'd do the same.
So.
We could start looking at the docks.
And you got a 4, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Melver also says, like the only big event that I can think of that's coming up, there's a ball for all the nobles at Skurlock's Manor over in 6 Towers. That's probably what he's going for.
That's gonna be tough to get into.
I'm gonna see my apothecary person looking for a lady.
Okay.
Either flowers have been bought for her, or she's a fan of flowers. I'm hoping for that.
Okay. So.
Stasia.
So you go to your apothecary, and what are you using to
Consort.
Just consort? Yeah, go and roll consort with an extra die because you're using contact.
4.
4.
Maybe
No, Lady Penderyn, she's actually a pretty learned individual herself, and like in some circles, like it's rumored that she's an artifact collector.
us the right idea of where to look next.
Yeah, I believe their family estate is on it's on the canal between Brightstone and the docks.
I know exactly where that's at. All right. Thank you. Oh, and take some of that wolf's bane. This is here.
Make an order, you'll get it.
Okay, fine.
So, how about you two?
Well, just waiting to find out.
Yeah, we're waiting to find information at this point.
Okay.
My contact's probably not much good here.
Who's your contact?
The prostitute, Nyrix.
Give it a whirl.
Yeah, we've kind of relied on her though, so I'm happy to let somebody else's contact do the work. And
Okay.
Possibly be thrown under the bus.
Okay. Well, you can also do the dirty work yourself of finding out,
Yeah.
because you do have a free downtime towards a score.
We could go do that.
Yeah.
What's that
Let's go
sleepy powder?
find out about.
Oh, and then also, if you're gathering information about Lady Pandaren, because it happens in your stomping ground, you get an extra die. If you get the extra action, if it's on that one.
Well, we didn't. Did we go with you to the apothecary?
I don't see why not.
Huh?
Why not?
Okay.
So if you inquire about Lady Pandaren, you inherently will get an extra die, and that's what your extra downtime goes towards.
Okay.
Is that? So.
We'll go do a walk by, as it were.
Okay.
Downtime I can craft stuff.
You've already had your downtime. We did that at the end of last session. So this is the free play time. So until you guys decide who to go after, it's you can't any action that requires like the normal downtime stuff you can't do. Anything else is fair game.
Okay.
So how do we go about doing that inquiry?
Which one?
Like the Lady
Pandaren?
Pandaren.
That all depends on what you're trying to find out.
Well, we're trying to find out where she is, what she looks like, what her,
Okay.
you know, what her deal is.
That can probably just be all like just a fortune survey roll.
Okay. Of what? Okay, survey. Okay, and then an extra dice.
Yep, and an extra die because you're gathering
You
information.
got two
I
on
have
yours?
two on
Oh,
yours.
well then you roll.
You can also roll separately because you guys don't necessarily have to do it together.
Right.
either.
Okay.
5.
Okay.
6 on mine.
All right. In your, were you just surveying around?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Like you learn where the estate is. I mean, it's not really a huge secret.
Right.
You also notice that there is a unmarked, like guard watch of multiple men stationed. Michael, what you find out is you catch rumors that she actually possesses something called the Eye of Kotar.
Okay.
Kotar.
Do I find out anything about what that is?
That will require other actions.
Okay. Do I find out like if she's home a lot or like what her schedule is or anything about where we might find her and when?
Yeah. In between her home, she also goes to she goes between here and a place in Six Towers called the Centralia Club.
Centralia Club?
Yep.
That in Six Towers?
That is in Six Towers.
Okay.
But her home is in Brightstone.
Okay. Any inkling about what she's doing in that club? Or what that club is?
Trying to think if the information would be more common knowledge than not.
I mean, I can go to Six Towers and poke around.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you want to do that and bug about it, yeah, you can do that. How are you going to do that?
I mean, just travel there and then,
Okay.
like,
And just nose around?
yeah. I
Okay.
mean, I lived on the streets, so I know how to ask questions and
Okay.
stay kind of in the periphery.
Okay. Well, in that case, go and roll another fortune roll for what you find out.
Which same thing? Survey?
Yeah. If that's how you intend to find information out. Unless you want to talk to people, that'd be more of like a consort.
No, I just kind of watching and paying attention. 6.
All right. So, in checking the building, the Centralia Club, you notice that it's a lot of like bigwigs walking in, like the noble folk. Some of them carry a lot of like manuscripts and books. Some carry in like a couple of guys in tow with like large crates. It looks to be stuff like more on like the academic level.
Okay, so this is like a social club.
Yeah, for
Then probably.
like a noble social club,
Okay.
if it were.
I don't run into my enemy, do I?
Who's your enemy?
She's Rosalind Kellis, who is a noble.
That's going to make that one interesting, that's for sure. Not right now. You also notice that there is a symbol in the masonry above the door. It is actually a wreath of fire, if it were.
Okay.
A circle of flame, if you will.
Do I have any inkling, or like any? Probably, if that's noble in nature, I'm likely not to know what that is. But
Probably not. So,
I sense a cult.
all right. All right. So, what do you guys do from here on out?
regroup at the cathedral, unless
I think we need to make a
Staking
decision
out
on
the docks.
Hmm?
Staking out the docks.
Okay. What for?
the ship.
Looking for a party boy.
Well, you didn't learn when he was going to come in, if at all.
Right.
I mean, you can park your ass at the docks all you want, but
Nope.
okay.
Cold, wet, nothing.
All right. So y'all heading back to the cathedral?
Yeah, we'll probably meet up and compare notes.
Okay. All right. I mean, you all arrive within your own time and eventually group together.
It would seem that our good lady is the best option we have at this moment.
2 of wands.
Maybe this club would be a good place.
A club.
Yeah, the Centralia Club and Six Towers. Seems to be some sort of social club or academic.
What kind of academics?
I don't know. They were moving books in, and do you know anything about a circle of flame?
Do I know anything about sort of thing?
Oh, you might.
Study room?
Off the top of your head, it is a citizen-funded club, essentially, that they deal in antiquities and scholars. They
Stolen artifacts.
Book nerds, history nerds.
history nerds that have a penchant for getting what they want with violence and extortion.
Stolen artifacts. Belloc.
Yeah, they're essentially a group of Bellocks.
Right. We're looking at a bunch of history nuts, and I mean like nuts.
Meaning,
Weird artifacts, stolen artifacts, break your legs for those artifacts.
I mean, you said you were interested in some money. This might be a good 2 birds with 1 stone opportunity.
I may be able to find something to get that IOU off my back.
Maybe something to keep our ghost problem from happening again, to where you don't have to do that.
That too. Although I'm already working on that one. I've almost got it down. I found out the ghosts have bits.
Ghosts have bits.
They have their bits.
I'm not sure I needed to know that.
Are you saying that ghosts still have cock and balls?
Everything. But it's useless.
Why is this relevant?
It's relevant to me.
I mean,
It's not
relevant
relevant to
to...
the situation, though.
It's not a straight line, but the thought process is there. Results will be had.
Okay, so wait, who are what are you doing?
We're gonna do the lady.
All right.
Right in the alley.
Cheers.
All right.
I support
So
this.
you guys are going to go after Lady Pandaren.
With 2 wands.
All right.
Yes.
Where?
The alley.
Oh no.
Right in the club.
You got 2 locations that she is usually at.
So I advise not where the nerds are at. Although, it could be advantageous.
I
Plenty of
would
artifacts.
actually say that the best avenue would be to hit her in between home and the club.
Okay.
Because at home, she's going to have her guards. And at the club, she's going to have the club's guards and other personnel.
Yep.
Not to surprise you, but
And-
the guards will follow her.
Not all of them.
If we're lucky.
Why would they not stay at home to also guard the house, which probably contains
The Lord.
valuable artifacts and things?
Hey.
So she's going to have
Alright,
fewer
cool.
guards with her, which would make it much easier to deal with than.
Actually,
Blockade. Smoke.
the smoke.
I've got poisonous smoke.
You do have poisonous smoke.
We make it look like she's under attack. They go to that scene. We hit the house. And the artifact.
And
We need to actually...
the
get
job is
her,
to
though.
kill her.
Right.
That's what we do.
Okay, fine.
I understand you're interested in acquiring weird shit. We can worry about that.
You know,
But
I
our
bet she's-
job is to kill this bitch.
You know, I bet she's covered in weird shit. We'll get it either way. Let's do this.
Okay. So you're going to attack her at her home, though.
Oh.
No,
Oh,
we're going
en
to
route?
attack her
En
en
route.
route from
Okay.
the club to
Alright.
her home or
To
vice
be
versa.
Very
Okay.
public.
Alright.
And I would say that we're going to try and do this later, like she's coming home from the club type deal,
Okay.
so that
Sure.
there's less
Oh.
crowd.
Well, that's what the engagement role is going to be for, is determining how you start out and like
Like,
'cause
if
you
we
are
find a good
Yep.
opportune...
like that, and like it could put you at your initial setting, which could be like if you roll really well, it could be you guys got the opportune time of day for everything, where risky is less than. So,
I'm thinking.
so is this going to be a straight up like assault type thing on her, essentially?
Do we?
Or you going to
Depends
be?
on...
Do we get any benefits from other styles? I don't remember what our.
Our style is murder.
I'm thinking. We watch her go to the.
Well, this is essentially an assault plan. Then, if you're just going to be to attack her.
Yeah.
unless you're going to try and make it quiet and more about infiltrating in which I think boils down still into an assault, which is you're attacking her.
Right.
So
Just remember, if you want to use the smoke bombs, I'm not affected by miasma.
The only thing is that smoke's gonna attract attention.
well, you guys can talk about that after the engagement roll. So add a dice for sheer dumb luck. Is this playing particularly bold or daring?
Definitely.
Yeah, it's in
Yeah.
public.
Definitely
All right.
daring.
In public. So add a dice for that.
Make it
Is this operation overly complex or contingent on many factors? I don't necessarily think so. It's pretty straightforward. Catch her in between.
She has to take the same route back.
Yeah, I don't think it's.
But it's not
complex.
overly like.
That's
There's
very
only so many roads that go through,
Yeah.
and
That
and-
was pretty much it.
yeah. Does the plan's detail expose a vulnerability of the target or hit them where they're weakest? If you're trying to hit her en route, I would think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So add a dice for that. Is the target strongest against this approach, or do they have a particular defense or special preparations? Well, she's probably walking with armed guards. So go ahead and take that dice away. Can any of your friends or contacts provide aid or insight for this operation?
Not any of mine.
I don't think a physical really does. You have
I have a psychonaut,
a what?
a psychonaut, a corpse thief, and a blood dealer.
No, you're
No,
just
you're
the
your
ones
friend,
that you.
your friend.
Oh, the friend one. No, the apothecary.
Okay. You got the prostitute,
Prostitute.
and then you've got
I have the locksmith.
locksmith.
Mm-hmm.
If it was for her home, probably, but you guys are trying to get her en route, so
Right.
that would probably be a no. How about your rivals?
Sentinel.
No, she probably cares less about this right now.
Jailbird.
Jailbird, no.
I mean, noble. So possibly.
Maybe. So between the Sentinel, go ahead and take one away for that between those two. Are there any other elements that?
Surprise.
I mean, if they don't see it coming, it's always going to be a surprise. So I think that adds into the whole bold and daring and like.
We got this.
exclamation point.
So
Element of
that's it, I
surprise.
think.
Or just age.
All right,
Human.
and you guys are still
that's
tier
it.
0, right?
Yes.
Right.
Oh, what tier is this? What have we done?
Yeah.
You want to roll?
Roll.
4.
4? Alright, starts out in risky. So,
Always pale.
let's see. How can we make this risky?
Doctor.
Huh?
Doctor.
So,
Oh, fuck, you recognize the doctor.
Spies like us.
alright. So, here's the scene. You guys, in the couple days, you like determine what her usual route of travel is, and you've taken your setup on that particular route, and but today she is definitely in a carriage, though, like enclosed carriage. She's got her men around her, so that's probably risky enough right there. So.
But it isn't.
I mean, they're armed, definitely. And they're not shy about it.
How many?
There are 4 of them that you see.
Have them hit me with a carriage. Run in there and talk to her. No, I will hit with the carriage. You run in there and talk to her. You're all these.
And the carriage is coming.
What did you just give me?
Miasma.
Smoke bombs. Good.
You go in there. Me distracting them. I mean, I could always run in there and.
Get run over by the carriage.
Yep.
Do it.
You're gonna Are you going to really get run over by the carriage, or are you gonna try and fake it? Because that is a distinction that we gotta have.
case full of papers. I'm going to run into the side of the horse.
Okay.
Papers everywhere.
All right.
And I will ask for their assistance.
So we're doing get help.
We're doing get help.
Okay. So I don't think it necessarily takes a roll to run into a horse, although there is some risk involved. So
I'm going to wreck that horse.
You're gonna go and roll a wreck. A risky.
I've never heard somebody phrase
And
it that way.
you're just doing it to make it look like you got hurt.
Papers everywhere. Yep.
All right, so risky standard effect then.
4.
All right. So you run as fast as your little legs can carry you.
Oh my god!
And you run right into the side of the horse, but you run actually way too fast and really actually hit the horse at full speed. That is a level 2 dislocated shoulder. You can resist it.
Yeah, you might want to do that.
And you could also say, choose your loadouts. You guys should have chosen your loadout size.
Okay.
So you can use your armor to soak 1 level of it if you want to, but that takes up 2 weight for armor. And that drops it down to a level, and then say that you used your armor over there by your health area. It'll got a check mark for armor. And then you can resist that level 1 bruised if you want.
That's fine. Yeah.
Bruised. You wanna just keep bruised, or do you want to try and resist it? It'll be a prowess resist.
Which will apply to stress.
Which will apply stress. Maybe.
If you roll.
Still, I'll just take the bruise.
You'll take the bruise?
Because then it looks more convincing.
Okay. All right. That sounds fine. All right. So you run into the horse and your briefcase goes flying into papers everywhere and
Shit!
Kind of startles the horse a little bit, and the driver kind of pulls one of those. Whoa!
Oh, I am so sorry. I should have been looking where are the papers. Shit. Oh, can I get some help here, please? If that noble's son paper isn't graded, I'm going to get in so much trouble. Which one is it? It's over here.
The window slide kind of opens. What's the problem?
I'm so sorry. I wasn't looking where I was going, and my papers just got away from me.
Oh, that's fine. Gerard, hop down and help him, please.
Thank you so much, Mary.
How many guards do I see right now? Or where are they in comparison to the carriage?
There was the driver and then 4 on the outside of the carriage, just kind of walking, 2 in back, 2 in front. Are you trying to see into the carriage itself?
I am going to basically Molotov that into the carriage.
The open window.
Through the open window that she just opened.
All right. Okay. Now we
Miasma bomb.
Miasma bomb. All right.
+2, fine.
All right. Well, check it off yours then, because it's your miasma bomb.
I did.
Yep.
Okay.
How
are you throwing it in there?
With finesse.
With finesse? Okay, that sounds.
And I'm taking an extra. I'm taking stress to get the extra die.
Do you want to go for extra effect too?
No.
All right.
It's a miasma bomb.
We have 3 of them on you.
So that is going to be risky, and in closed space, it's probably going to bump it up to at least standard, if not great.
And it is a +2 quality.
Great effect.
Boxcars.
What the fuck was that?
All right.
So she's dead.
And this is when the dice really hate me. God damn.
Smooth.
Good toss. So you launch the miasma smoke bomb in there, and it just billows out, just filling that carriage with thick, noxious smoke. And you can't even see into the carriage anymore. Yeah.
Forget the papers. I'm out.
And for being by the smoke bomb when it goes off, go ahead and take a level 1 nauseated.
But you're gonna roll for prowess because otherwise you're gonna get bumped up to 2.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll take the stress to it.
Well, it depends on how well you roll.
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
roll.
If you roll a 6, you take 0 stress.
Fair enough. Travis. How many do you
Or you roll 1 because you have. It's based on how many are in the.
How many in the first column?
First column. So you roll 1 die.
Okay. 5.
5, so you take 1 stress.
Okay, cool.
And then Alex, that nauseous down to nothing. So, yeah, like, and that smoke is just kind of billowing out a little bit, but otherwise it's just hanging in there.
Nice throw.
All right, and there's definitely commotion trying to come from that carriage, like they. What else do you guys do?
Well, unless they like come after him or him.
Why would they be?
Well,
All right, so
I'm not getting any closer to that smoke.
that is the wrong size clock. I got 2 clocks going. Because that was an exceptional effect that ticked. No, it's even more. No, she's toast. By the clocks, yeah. So
So the important
whether
question:
you actually know that or not,
did the guards see it was me?
you rolled 6s. No, there's no.
All right. Quick, somebody help her! Your guards, help her! There's something going on there. Help!
The one of the guards like goes up to the door and opens it and like immediately takes that and like just immediately starts gagging like.
I'm gonna write that formula down.
You did.
Definitely not using that myself.
All right, so like the one goes up there and like he just breathes it in and just starts coughing and gagging and
Does this carriage have a trunk?
probably.
Okay.
More smoke. Don't want to draw too much attention.
I'm going to run up. Out of my way! I
Push him in.
and shove the guy further in.
Okay. And you've got the thing that you're immune to the miasma,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Okay.
So just a regular skirmish. Eesh, 1.
All right, so that was definitely risky, and with him being, it would have been standard. So, and you rolled a 1.
You want to take the stress to try and
So, like, you try to push him into it, but like because the smoke is still obscuring your vision, even though it's not affecting your health per se. All right, did you try to make it look like you weren't trying to push him in?
Right. I was trying to make it look like I'm helping,
Okay.
but I'm actually shoving him further in.
All right, so what you tried to do did not actually happen.
Right.
Like, it was pretty obvious what you're trying to do, and the one guard on the same side as you like literally saw that, and he pulls out his flintlock and shoots you point blank range for a level 2 GSW.
Well, I'm going to roll for prowess and use my armor.
Now, keep in mind, now that the wound is the setback. So, all right.
6.
All right, so Nox and
I use my armor.
All right, so the he fires and armor takes a brunt of it, and like the rest of the ball just kind of ricochets off your armor. All right, what y'all doing? Now that this has devolved into a shit show.
Okay.
Surprise, surprise.
And
Did the guard that did we see the guard shoot him, or is it too much smoke?
It depends on which side of the carriage you're on.
Well, I would have been on the same side to watch.
All right,
after
so then
him.
you probably saw which guard you saw.
Okay. Can I get to him without going through the smoke? Like.
I mean, the obvious course is to beeline it right to him.
Yeah.
Right right now, like the door is open, so it's not billowing out. So it's to get there without, it'd be hard to not go through the smoke at this point. It's now lingering because it was such a damn good roll.
I'm staying back. I cannot go through that shit.
Yeah, we don't know our limits.
I'm going to take a throwing knife
Okay.
and
I like the way you think.
chuck it at that guy.
Okay. How far away are you? Would you say?
Well, I would have been far enough away that I didn't look suspicious while all of that was going on. So,
Okay.
Probably not 12.
and then I would have moved in as soon as I heard the gunshot.
So maybe
But-
5 yards at most.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
Okay. So we'll say with smoke, risky. I mean, with the current situation, risky. With the smoke kind of obscuring, and like kind of how things are positioned, it's probably going to be a limited effect
Okay.
at this range.
I'll take 2 stress to up the effect.
Okay.
That would be a 6.
Great. So are you just going for the kill?
Yeah.
Okay. So like you whip the dagger, the knife, and you hear a nice whoosh by your head as the blade just flies right by and just goes right into the guy's throat.
So I'm on the other side of the carriage.
Okay.
Where's-
See anyone else going nuts, or are they
I mean, the 2 guards are over there, and they probably heard the gunshot go off, and they got really curious about that, and so they're probably starting to go around.
Where's the 4th guard?
He's
The 2 guards
puking
are,
his guts out.
yeah,
You just
Okay.
killed one.
Yeah,
The other
okay.
guy's puking his guts out. That's the one I tried to
Shove in.
shove in.
and then there's the carriage driver.
Right.
Well, he's probably near me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Gotta wreck his day.
all right.
Exactly.
So the other 2 are wrapping around now.
Either you or Violet.
Have at it.
Right. Oh, the carriage driver distracted. Going to.
And then, by the way, that gunshot started a blue coat's clock.
We've done it now.
All right.
I'm good.
I mean, I'm still a ways back from the carriage. I don't want to get any closer to that miasma.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of keep a lookout to see if we got people coming or going, other than, you know,
Okay.
we've got guards dropping.
I mean, there's no bells going off.
Light the papers on fire?
Right.
No offense.
There's no bells going off right now?
No.
They don't go off because of our skill.
Oh, that's right.
Gosh, it's like you guys took that for a reason. Yeah,
Crazy.
those bells are not going off.
This is extremely weird. Is this a coincidence? No.
Although there is another skill you guys should probably take. Otherwise, you're going to have more trouble in the future.
Yeah.
You good?
I'm going to go up into the carriage
Okay.
through the open door and make sure that the old lady is dead.
Okay.
And if, there's obviously the whatever amulet thing visible where I can see it.
So,
Or briefcase or...
go ahead and give me a. It's still gonna be risky. It's gonna because you're gonna be looking around and you still can't like there's still smoke and shit. Like it's hard to see in there.
Hunt.
Hunt. You're gonna okay. How are you hunting?
I don't have to worry about breathing this stuff because it doesn't
Okay.
affect me. So I can actually get down like right up close to her. You
Okay.
know, I'm just like, checking the body, make sure that she's actually dead, checking
Okay.
for a pulse, and then, check the body quick.
Sure thing.
Just do a
Okay.
quick once over.
Risky standard then.
Right.
Are you specifically looking for the artifact, or just is that a byproduct?
It's a byproduct. I'm making sure she's dead.
Okay, for that it'll be risky standard.
Yeah.
If you are doing more than that, it'll be limited.
Yeah. No, and then if I find the amulet on her body when I'm checking that she's dead,
Okay.
I'm blanking it.
If you want to, you can push for effect. Or Devil's Bargain.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
4.
Alright. Did you push for effect or no?
Did not.
Okay. Alright, so... Gonna tick that blue coat clock there. So you're able to find her. There's actually another body in there with her, and you check them both. Like hers first, she's obviously dead. Like eyes are kind of bulged out, like typical shit you probably see on people being exposed to miasma, and then him as well.
2 for.
Still counts as 1.
So I want to make my way to like toward the back. Do I see the other guard coming around?
Yet there was one guard still at like the back rear, or their rear of on the other side, and then the other guard that was up front. Like they're both kind of going around their respective.
And it's not like smoke back there. Right?
No. The smoke is billowing out the one side where the door is open.
Okay. So I'm gonna like pull my knife.
Okay.
And go up like back around and have that kind of like hidden and be like, help! There, somebody just got shot.
Okay.
And then.
All right. What skill are you using?
I'm going to use finesse.
Finesse. Okay. Risky. Risky limited. Getting up close, like you see that these guys are very, like these guards were not messing around.
Okay, so they're not. Yeah.
Like they are. They're definitely up there.
Yeah, it's gonna. All right.
Are you pushing for effect or no?
No, I better not.
Okay.
Last time I pushed all the stress.
Yeah.
That would be a 6.
Great. So, as you direct him and he starts walking, it's like describe how you were going to attack him.
Well, I was gonna like kind of go up to him, like like
Okay.
I was scared and needed his help, and then kind of like gut with the knife up into him.
So, when you go and get the blade, it goes in, but you didn't account for the fact that like the stuff that they're wearing is on the thicker side, and when he pushed you back, that blade is now lodged in his armor.
He's got my he pushed me back.
He pushed you back.
Well, my fingers through the handle.
Okay. In that case, go ahead and take a level 2 broken finger.
Going to finesse to. Like that would be 2.
Yeah.
Because that would put me at 3. Because I still have my wet cough, and now my healing clock is wiped. Is that right?
Yep. I forgot about that.
Is your wet cough a 1 or a 2?
It's a 1.
Well then, no, you'll be fine.
No, they're not like injuries though.
Yeah.
No, like if you somehow got if
yeah.
you drowned again and knocked that pneumonia, or that like whatever is down back to like level 1 for another wet cough, those would combine again up to a level 2. But since these injuries are not like related,
okay,
they won't combine. Like
so then this
they're
would
different
just be
styles
level 2, not to level 3. They wouldn't stack. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, these injuries would not stack on themselves.
Okay.
And it takes 2 level 2 to put you up to level 3, not a 1 and a 2.
Okay. Well,
Yep.
I'm still going to like prowess to get my hand out of there. Then.
All right.
That would be a 5.
All right, so take your stress, and that broken finger becomes a dislocated finger instead. Level 1.
driving off in the cart.
Okay.
Use a die.
Yeah.
All right.
And they're all distracted over there.
Okay. What do you do about the driver?
I'm certain. We're both gonna run up to them. Like, go help them. Push him gently. Just like, go. This is not my fight. And then I'm gonna come up and just take the wagon.
Okay. Yeah, he's got duty going on, so yeah, he'll probably go up and attempt to help. So yeah, yeah, I don't think that really requires a. There's some risk though with the horses. Have you ever? Is your character probably ever like driven a horse?
Oh, probably.
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
He is a doctor.
Yeah, multiple occasions.
All right. So yeah, I don't think that probably going to require a roll then. So okay.
Yep.
All right. You hear the reins give a nice little crack, and the carriage starts driving. Do you try to go like full?
Oh yeah. I'm going right
All right.
full-
God
not
damn.
a gallop, a
Not a-
trot.
Are you
nice
on it?
And I'm driving.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, he just stole the carriage with the bodies inside.
And me.
Arya's gonna be mad she was coming around to get the trunk. She doesn't know you're on it.
So so the carriage just.
Trot's gonna take off into the gallop.
So the
But
carriage
I mean,
takes off. Are you following it?
Are you inside still? Oh my god.
And he doesn't know who's driving it.
I'm going to follow it at a distance.
All right.
Yeah, he took off at full speed. You are gonna follow it
Yep,
at a
and you still got the
distance.
one guy like in front of you, and you're now disarmed.
That's not true. She's got another knife.
No, she used them both already.
No, I had a throwing knife.
Okay.
I still have
Different
one
knife?
other knife.
Okay, different. All right.
Well, I have two of the ones that
Gotcha.
are stuck in him.
All right.
I would like to grab that knife.
All right.
Like maybe go after him with the other knife while I'm pulling.
Okay.
Can I borrow those?
Yeah.
What's the effect?
What are you using?
The other knife.
And what
No.
skill though? What?
Probably still be a
Action.
finesse because
Finesse?
it's still
Okay.
like those knives are.
Is your primary goal to get your knife, or is it to attack him?
Just let you know.
Yeah, I mean I don't want to leave my knife there. So.
Okay. So your main goal is to get your knife back. So yeah, finesse. Risky standard then.
Okay. So if I like push to up the effect, could I get him and get my knife back?
Yeah.
Or? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's the last of that stressness.
Be careful.
I mean, I'm reckless, right?
I'm aware you're reckless, but a little too reckless for my taste.
That is a 6.
Great. So you do it. You go in for the stab and stab him, and get your knife out as well, and probably twist it on the way out to do as much damage as possible.
Yeah.
And with that, like he
Topples.
Yeah.
Where's the other guard who was going around the front of the carriage?
I'd imagine
Probably got trampled
Okay.
or moved out of the way.
pushed. Probably more focused on the fact that the carriage just left.
Yeah, so
Might be running after the carriage in all reality.
I'm going to take off.
Okay.
Like, I'm not sticking around,
Okay.
but I'd be looking for everyone, and no one is there.
Except,
Well, I
I'm-
can probably
I'm
see
here.
her, like, running.
I'm still here.
You said you were taking off after it, so...
Yeah, but I'm probably still visible.
Just like a
So I would run, follow her.
All right. And
I'm driving this thing to the docks.
the docks.
The docks.
Why the docks?
A, in case Party Boy's there and we get to say hi. B, it's not near where we're supposed to be meeting back up, the church. And so that way we don't lure them there. Because I'd imagine there's probably a small trail of smoke still coming out of this thing.
Yes, there definitely is.
So going through some alleys and back roads, just to kind of throw them off a bit, make them question the neighborhood they're running in.
All right.
And then once the smoke has settled, literally, search.
All right. It probably takes a good several minutes for it to dissipate out, and finally, like, for the reaction to stop that you've made. Probably about that time. Do you still like drive around the docks, or are you just driving around everywhere?
It's
amongst
a
the
lovely
city.
little zigzag pattern throughout the city until I reach the docks.
Okay.
So I imagine he would have lost us.
Probably at some point.
And the guard.
All right. So that eventually happens because, I mean, horses have way more endurance than a person does. Yeah, you probably find an alley that is suited for parking it, and by that time the smoke is probably cleared, and you've got clear sight in this entire thing.
So if I realize that it's him up there, like, I'm gonna stick my head out the window and okay, it's him. Good. I'm gonna check the bodies more thoroughly.
Okay.
Once we come to a stop and the smoke is settled, I'll give a hand to that.
Okay. Go ahead and give me. I think a survey is probably most applicable in this scenario to be looking and finding things.
Study the bodies.
To what effect? You know what? Go ahead. I know exactly what I can say to you.
Yep, that's a body.
That's a fail. Let's see. This will be controlled. I mean, there's nothing crazy going on. Standard for both.
Force.
5.
Okay. So in your search, Kerwin, you discover it is a round object that is almost looks like amber, if you will. Like, it probably a lot darker, and it looks like there is like something inside of it.
Is it moving?
No.
Okay.
No. When you grab it, you feel like a tingle go up your arm. Jake, as you're searching over the body, like, I assume you're checking out Lady Penderen's body. You notice that in her left hand there looks to be the very tiny, like, black lines kind of running over her skin. Like, it's almost if, like, they originate here, they start out very dense at, like, her fingertips, and they just get in a spider web all over her forearm.
Was she holding that in her left hand?
She wasn't holding it. It was definitely out.
When do I find that while I'm searching it while he's still driving?
Probably.
Then I'm pocketing it and he doesn't know.
Okay.
It's not the poison. That's very valid. I'm gonna check the other body to make sure that any similar markings.
Nope, not on him.
Very peculiar.
Are you guys going to be actively trying to find the carriage, or will you give up eventually?
I mean, we wouldn't know where. Yeah.
That's
yeah,
fair.
we'd have to
Like,
give up.
did you see where they went?
They were taking a lot of turns. Eventually, I lost sight.
Did you see who was driving?
Once the smoke started clearing, it really looked like the dog, but I
So,
don't know.
when you stop and head back,
Was anything valuable in the trunk?
before we get to the trunk, with the carriage stopped in a spot that you thought was good, there's actually a solid knock on the outside of the carriage.
Oh, I guess it would be on the side. Roll down just a little bit. Hello?
We're gonna need you to move the carriage.
Oh, yeah. So sorry. Oh, this is embarrassing. Give me a minute to put my pants back on. Oh, get out the other side and come around. I am so sorry. I thought this was a little more secluded. Me and the missus don't often, but when she's... Sorry.
Jeremy, what are you doing?
I'm sorry, dear. This fine gentleman's asking us to move the carriage. It'll be just a minute, and we can, I hope, to resume our activities.
It's that time of the month. I want a baby, Jeremy!
A man's duties.
The church said right now, I have to have this baby now. I need your seed, Jeremy!
I'm so sorry. Well, I'll make this quick and we'll be out of your way.
Right.
Is it?
I still need you to move the carriage.
Yep, I'm on it. Take the carriage. Do you have somewhere we can put this thing? I will be driving.
All right.
Trying to figure out. I'm thinking we'll probably just head back to the
Okay.
ordeal.
So head back to the cathedral with it.
Yeah. Try to come around back. Get the.
Okay. So we'll say that you park it and that.
We'll get the horses out.
All right. So.
Hey, we got horses now.
All right. So. That does not go how I actually imagine that going. Kudos. Go ahead and mark on your team sheet that you guys have the carriage upgrade.
Nice.
Okay.
Damn.
Jeremy.
Have carriage will travel.
All right. So you guys will earn 4 rep off that one and 4 coin.
Okay. Everybody take a coin.
Yep. And your status with the Circle of Flame will drop to -2 as a result
Right.
of killing Lady Beth and Darren.
Okay. Yeah.
And for the heat, that became loud, and there was killings involved. But I believe your ability doesn't allow you to take heat for the deaths, right?
Yes, we do not take extra heat for deaths.
Yep,
Right,
extra.
so just 4 heat.
Okay.
Because she was a higher profile person.
So how did they know it was us?
People talk.
A lot of room for that.
So, all right, and then next step is the entanglement. So go ahead and roll me 2d6. You decided you guys aren't wanted yet, right?
No.
No. Yeah. So go and roll me 2d6 and take the lower.
Not another fucking ghost.
Oh,
1.
God.
A 1.
Well, the 1 and the 2.
Well, the 1 is what I care about.
I know. But I couldn't have gotten much lower.
All right, you guys don't have a gang, right? No.
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 All right. So I gotta remember who's who around here. Who wants to give up their vice purveyor?
I don't think I really can, since mine is like literally the reconciled.
Yeah, you can.
When you say give up, you mean
It's for the
turn
usual
over.
suspects. The blue coats are going to question them.
Pocket there, he did put us on there.
Yeah,
I mean, technically, my vice purveyor would be them bringing in probably one of the madams of a local whorehouse.
Okay.
Man, those are some horny bastards. How
So-
many times are we gonna bring in all?
Actually, no. We'll have them bring in Nirix.
That works.
So, you hear word that Nirix was brought in to the Blue Coats to get questioned about you. You can either risk having her get questioned by the Blue Coats, or you can pay off the Blue Coats full coin.
I'm gonna let her get questioned.
All right. Go ahead and roll me 1d6.
3.
Add 2 more heat.
Oh my goodness.
That fills our heat track.
All right, so you guys become wanted 1.
Can we reduce that?
Nope. Once you're wanted, the only way to get rid of wanted is to go to jail.
One of us or all of us?
One of us.
Somebody has to go to jail.
Can we send a priestess?
You can set somebody up.
But currently there is nobody good enough to set up.
There's my priestess. And 2 birds, 1 stone.
Oh, the one you have the IOU for?
Yep, and then we bust her out as part of
You
my
mean the one that
IOU.
has your blood?
No.
I'm not breaking somebody out of prison.
Right, the blood.
I mean, you're only wanted.
Right.
I mean,
It's fine. Everything's fine.
So we don't necessarily have to go to jail. We're just what wanted means if we
wanted
run
means that if you go to jail, the person that goes to jail is going to be there a lot longer.
rather than like volunteering to go.
Well, it's all dependent on your wanted levels, how long you're there. Wanted level 0, a few weeks at most. Wanted level 1, a month or 2. 3, several months. Level 2, several months. Level 3 is a year or 2. 4 is life or execution.
Oh.
Yeah, let's not do that. Okay, so what's next?
Next is EXP.
Start with crew.
Start with crew? Yeah, that's fine.
Executed successful accident, disappearance, murder, or ransom operation.
Yes.
Yes.
There was multiple murders.
We got them all.
2,
Sure.
which then fills our crew XP track.
Okay. So
Sweet.
with that, you guys get to choose a new team ability, or you get 2 upgrade boxes to use, and then you all get your tier +2 in stash. So you guys are currently tier 0, so you guys get 2 stash, all of you,
Automatically?
automatically.
Remember,
So
that's
the gray
a
box is
2 to
next to
1
your coin box.
conversion when you go to pull it back out as coin.
Yep.
As for ability or crew upgrade, I'm super gonna vote a new special ability, which is the Emperor Death ability.
So that we don't have any more ghost issues?
Yeah, it's due to hard-won experience or occult ritual. You know the arcane method to destroy a living victim's spirit at the moment you kill them. Take 3 stress to channel the ectoplasmic energy from the ghost field to disintegrate the spirit and dead body in a shower of sparking embers.
So all of us would know how to do this?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in.
I think that's really
I
the
think
best
so.
use of this upgrade. Okay, so we now have Emperor Death.
Okay. Then continuing on to the EXP.
Contend with challenges above your current station.
They definitely were. That was a tier 2 encounter.
Okay.
For tier 0. We did really good. Nicely done.
The double box cars really helped.
Right, definitely. Bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one. We are ambitious.
That you guys stuck with.
Express
That definitely bolstered it.
the goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of our crew. This was definitely directly driven from
Murder.
our deck of cards.
And yeah.
Murder.
And murder.
Yeah.
All in murder. Okay. Alright.
All right, and then personal EXP. I guess I'll go.
Yeah.
So here, desperate action, marking aptitude, didn't do any of that this go round. I see here, address the challenge of technical skill or mayhem, definitely.
Yes.
Yep.
If you feel you did it more than once, you can get up to an additional EXP.
The horse and then the driving.
I mean,
All of the
you've got your technical experience?
I
So,
think the
horse,
main-
smoke bomb,
Yeah,
banging the would-be misses in the carriage.
Yeah.
Go ahead and take 2.
the mayhem.
Mayhem is good.
Yeah, definitely 2 for that.
Alright, let's see here. Express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, papers, distraction.
Yeah.
Always driving it home that you're a teacher.
Always.
You know,
Hey.
it pays in some ways and it doesn't pay in others. Life experience, paycheck, similar.
So your struggles with issues of vice traumas from this session.
Probably not.
I don't think so,
Not
but
usually.
No, not this time around.
Kerwin.
Addressed a challenge with tracking or violence.
There was definitely violence.
Definitely violence.
On more than one occasion.
Yep. So I'm going to. That fills out my playbook. Excellent. Express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. I did use the military background.
To try and get dirt on the first guy.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think at least one for
Yeah.
that.
And then struggle with issues from vice or traumas. I don't think so.
Okay. Address the challenge with stealth or evasion. I don't feel like I really did that.
I mean, stealth. You used the smoke to your advantage to get up on that guy.
I'm the one guy you murdered.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
I would say
Okay.
yes.
All right.
I mean, I would say you get at least one just because you like you threw the dagger at the guy like
Yeah.
through the smoke, and he definitely was not aware of you.
Okay.
For sure.
Cool. And then you express beliefs, drives, heritage, background.
Yes, you talked about your background, and when it came to the investigation portion, and
Oh, that's
Yeah.
true.
that definitely came into play in regards to this score.
You struggled with issues from your vice or traumas during the session.
Was it?
I'm pretty reckless over here.
I was a little reckless running around into the guy, but I don't know if that
Yeah.
qualifies because I probably would
I
have.
would say so.
Yeah. No, I would
Wasn't
say yes.
Fairly
Extra,
reckless
okay.
in
Reckless.
nature.
Okay.
All right. Address the challenge with deception or influence. No. No. I just kind of stood back and prayed you guys weren't gonna die.
Didn't you use your influence to get information about from the madam or from the prostitute?
Talked to her a little. She couldn't help much though.
Oh,
That was the
okay.
problem. She really couldn't do much for us.
Use deception.
Express beliefs, drives, heritage, background. Nope. Struggles with issues from vice or trauma. Nope. No EXP for me.
So sad.
Didn't do much. It's all right.
All right, and then downtime.
Okay, so I'm thinking.
So keep in mind the stuff that you can do. You can acquire assets. You can start a long-term project. You can recover, so heal those wounds that you have if you have them. Reduce the heat. Actually, you can't reduce heat because you're now wanted 1. And you can train or indulge your vice to lower that stress.
Hey, how about I heal people?
Well, we do have a physiker. So you using physiker on top would do double, right?
It would just basically add an extra die, maybe. Yeah, because you're using a contact at that point.
Oh, that or.
Let me double check.
Because he's our physiker now. He's part of our gang.
Was that temporary or was it?
What?
Making Melville part of our gang.
Well, you just made him just a point of contact that the crew could go to
Right.
and get healed instead of just you. But no, it functions if a player is doing it. It's a tinker roll. If you have the physiker ability, which you now do, right?
Yep.
So it's just a tinker roll for you.
I feel like that would be a good idea. Healing.
Probably not a bad idea.
How's that? Alright, pick up.
And then it's not your action. It's the player who's receiving the healing. It's their action that takes it up. So
So they get 1 die for me being the contact and 1 die for the healing?
no, it would just be your tinker roll.
Oh, 2.
So.
Can I heal myself?
And then I guess if you use Melberg, it would add an extra 1.
So, 3.
Yeah.
else need healing?
I'm
Yes,
good.
please.
And roll it.
3 fours.
3/4. That is going to be 2 segments on your clock.
Okay.
Healing is so slow.
Yeah, it sucks.
Even with the Visitor.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone else need healing? No. No. Can I heal myself?
You can,
Yes.
there is something special about healing yourself. You take 2 stress if you do it on yourself. You can have Melver do it for you.
It's probably just he give me.
Huh?
Oh, yes, does he give me? Just the one?
Yeah, it'll just be 1. Or take 2 stress to do it yourself.
Yeah. So, 2.
That is 1 segment on your healing clock.
Am I making anything for anybody next?
What?
Am I making anything for anybody? Upgrading equipment, etc.?
I mean, now that we have this ability to wipe out ghosts, we don't necessarily need anything to deal with that specifically.
Well, you can destroy the ghost of the body in 1 fell swoop. That's what the ability does.
Okay. I was going to see if you could upgrade this dress for me.
Yes. Which allows me to do it.
Well, you're going to use your tinker roll
Yep.
to upgrade her dress. So what did you want the dress to be able to do beyond what it does now?
So like
Letting it out in the bag so you can.
concealment and armor? I don't know, like
Oh, like
I
extra
don't know,
feathers,
So
anything
it's
like
basically more concealing,
and like
feathers, inlay.
or it just basically it does
better
not hinder
movement.
you. It
Huh?
does not, your dress
Yeah.
does not hinder you.
right.
So that way you can't.
Not gonna
again.
drown.
A detachable skirt.
Okay.
Just boop. Bits. Alright.
Healing bits.
I mean, I think something like that. It's like,
6.
yeah. I mean, the dress goes from a quality 0 up to a quality 2.
Okay.
Right? With that roll?
Do you want to know the other one's a 5?
Huh?
Do you want to know the other one's a 5?
Doesn't matter.
Boxcars only count in combat.
All right, so no, it goes up to a tier. Goes up to quality 1.
Okay.
So, which is more than sufficient to.
Do what I need.
Yeah. So your dress will not hinder you anymore when it comes to actions regarding like
Climbing,
drowning,
drowning.
stuff like that. Yeah,
Okay.
It won't hinder you in that type of stuff.
No more drowning.
Okay. Thank you.
So there's your other action. So you're all set.
I am going to get rid of stress
Okay.
and start a clock at the same time.
Okay.
I am going to take the amber egg thing to one of my weird purveyors,
Okay.
and as part, see if there's. I found this weird thing. What can you tell me about it? Start that process, and also do the whole ghost seance bullshit
Okay.
that I do.
All right. So go ahead and roll your vice indulgence.
3.
So you clear 3 stress.
Over is bad.
Over is bad.
Too much
in
is bad.
theory.
And then what are you going after with the Eye of Kotar?
I want to know what it is and how to use it.
Okay.
So
We'll go ahead and make that a 6-segment clock there.
cool.
All right. Go ahead and what skill are you using to figure out what this does?
I want to argue for Hunt
Okay.
because that's the type of person that he is. He's gonna try and hunt down leads or track down maybe somebody else knew something.
Okay.
Or
All right.
Gonna go right back to the ring of fire.
6 and a 5.
All right.
Ring of fire.
You track down a couple names that you can definitely go to. Trick is now just finding them. So, mechanically, that is 3 out of 6 pieces for the clock.
Great. Can I help him with that clock?
Yes, you can.
You don't know that I have it.
That is also true.
That is true. Never mind then.
It's a weird thing, and that's his vice.
My other problem is I have 1 stress. I have no healing to be done. Do we have any other project clocks going on for the group right now?
That's it.
Lightning rod.
And I have absolutely nothing to do.
You can train.
That's true.
That's it. So, prowess, which fills that track out for me.
Okay.
And then, I guess training and resolve. No, playbook.
All right.
Okay, I did one was the healing
Yep.
action, and then my second one I would like to do stress vice,
Okay. And what's your vice again?
adrenaline junkie.
All right.
So
With the newly fitted dress.
yeah. What do I roll for that again?
That is in that first column there between the 3 skill groups. Whichever one has the least amount of dice in it, that's what you roll.
So 1, 2. God dang it, that sucks.
You can spend coin to get an extra downtime action. Yeah.
Like 1 coin.
1 coin per downtime.
All right, I better do that. Roll 1 more.
How often can you train?
Hmm?
How does training work?
You choose something to train in, and then if it is the prowess, right?
I would have to look. Sorry.
Is that the way you had the thing in for double EXP?
We have insight and prowess.
So if you train in insight or prowess, you get 2 experience when you say you're training in it. But if you do your playbook or resolve, you only get 1, and you can only train 1 thing per downtime period.
Ours is 2 for prowess, is that right?
And
Insight and prowess.
insight and prowess for both.
Oh, insight and prowess. Okay.
That means you could train insight and prowess, but not insight twice.
Yes.
No, yeah, that's correct.
Right.
And if you had 2 coin, you could train all 4 things, all 4 areas in a downtime period.
Or if we had that 1 skill. That gives us the extra downtime action.
Yes, absolutely.
Yep. Out of the spider playbook, yeah.
Next.
Okay. If that's everybody's downtimes that they're going to be doing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. And then with that, it goes into the free play phase. And what are you guys up to now?
Well, I think we should be hunting down our other mark.
Yep, we got the Prince of Cups coming in. We just don't know when.
Oh, it was the Knight of Cups, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Nighty night.
He was just the harder one to find anything on.
Yeah, so we found out about his ship, right? So, like, ask around in the docks to see if we know,
You
like,
can.
if that ship is in or whether it's coming in or.
Oh, we don't even have a name of the ship.
You got a family name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we'll do that then.
Okay. How are you doing that?
You know the cop that told me to move? I'm looking for him.
You're gonna go back to the same cop.
Hey, I'm actually looking for a buddy of mine.
Yeah, they should probably do this. I'm not.
Yeah.
Well, trying with the odds of finding the same blue coat.
It's probably got the same patrol area.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
Matt's just gonna go up to some random blue coat. I'm gonna make sure it's a familiar blue coat. They're not all the same.
The one that could have arrested you?
Yes.
Alright.
I'm bringing fruitcake.
Okay.
As I find out.
Yes, you are.
Thank you again for the other night. It was.
Whoa.
I know you don't want to talk about it. I'm still grateful, and I brought you a fruitcake. The maid made it. It's clean.
Thanks.
I was actually wondering if you could help me out here. A friend's friend, if you will, his family ship is coming in. I was wondering if you could let me know if it was going to be in anytime soon. And give me the family name.
Like, he gives you this, like, look of, like a fucking docker.
The reason why I come to you is this is a respectable person. We're going to have many a drink when he gets here, but
I really don't know the comings and goings of the docks.
fair enough. Thank you. Have a great day. Go find a dock worker.
Okay.
Should have started with that.
Alright, I mean,
So now I am a fruitcake guy.
alright. So you head to the docks, and I mean, it's business as usual down there. There's probably a Leviathan ship or two docked amongst the other smaller vessels. And like the Leviathan ships, they're a very, very large vessel. Like probably on the smaller side of like aircraft carrier sized.
It's a bit small, but okay. Excuse me, sir. You don't mind. I was
What
wondering.
do you want, old man?
Looking for an old friend's boat. He doesn't appear to be in yet. Can you tell me if they've come in?
Hardigan.
Not Hardigan.
Go and roll me a. Let's see, dockers are tier 2 or 3. Go and roll me 3d6 for a fortune roll.
6.
Okay. He's actually arriving in like 3 days' time, which is like 2 days before that ball's supposed to happen.
Alright. Thank you kindly.
Yeah. Don't mention it. Don't mention it.
Of course. And good luck with the masks. I hear they're tricky this time of year.
He just gives a looky. What? Kooky old fuck. Alright.
Okay. And come back and report everything I found. I have a fruitcake guy.
You have a fruitcake guy.
Okay,
It's
but
just
is
better
it
to not
good
ask
for
questions.
cake? That's important.
It is not a good cake.
Yeah. Then what's the point of having a fruitcake guy?
It's the nature of a gift. Now that he's received a gift,
probably going
he's
to
going
hate
to-
you for it.
if he eats it, everyone knows to pass along a fruitcake. You don't eat it, that one's probably years old. Anyways, the important part is the night arrives in 3 days' time, 2 days before the balls.
So he's arriving 2 days before his balls get here?
No, before they drop. However, the lingo.
So
Are you talking about the ball
we're
that
supposed to kill a 12-year-old.
What? I don't know if he's. If
He
he's
said
a heavy.
his balls haven't dropped.
If he's a. Oh my god.
The social event
Oh.
of a ball.
The ball.
Yeah.
You said balls. That his balls were going to drop.
Okay, Grandpa. Get with the times. No one calls them the ball anymore.
Okay.
We call them balls. As in, there's so many to go to. Which one do you choose?
I'm pretty sure I've got a bag in the back that has your lost marbles in it.
What? Really?
Yeah, pretty sure it's right over there. Let me just grab this baseball bat.
I've been looking for them. Are you just going with me?
No, I'm not.
And also, when you discovered that he was arriving 2 days before the ball, the doctor mentioned that he is probably heading to the House of Broken Sun, sun with an O. It's his usual.
I know where he likes to go for a drink.
It's actually a bed and breakfast.
I know where he likes to stay the night.
Ah. Well,
That is a
useful.
weird name for a bed and breakfast.
The Broken Sun. Makes sense. He's not the heir.
Maybe his father
fortune.
kicked him out of the house.
He could be second
Don't
born.
sound too bitter now, Arya.
Wait. What if he's firstborn? We're killing the person who's next.
Do we care?
No, we do not.
Sounds
don't
like
care.
we need to do some recon.
Sounds like I need to make some more fun juice.
You get on that. But in the meantime, we need to see what this place looks like and maybe come up with an exit strategy that doesn't involve Arya climbing out a window.
Or horses.
Hey,
It is off the.
I made
It
it
is
out.
off the canal.
You made it out and then almost drowned yourself with your dress.
I fixed that. He fixed that.
It is off the canal.
On our last run, you came back with a carriage for us. I was kind of hoping we could hit him on the ship.
I like it.
That is a terrible idea.
It is. I was
Own
joking.
family
really
crest.
awful idea.
That is a terrible idea.
Kidnapping.
Do not. We're not hitting them on the ship.
I say.
The problem with kidnapping is our tasks seem to be to
What
end
if-
their lives, not hold them for ransom.
I know, but hang on. Okay. Like your idea. Let's modify it a little bit.
No, I was seriously joking.
Oh. Why not just pick him up?
It's
The bed and
not
breakfast.
feasible for us to show up with a Leviathan. What?
We could do
Take
that.
Show up
Carriage.
as his ride to the ball.
We're early.
Wait, was the lady supposed to go with him to the ball? Do you know this?
Oh wait.
We don't know
fix that.
anything.
No, we don't.
The wagon.
We have no idea
Looks-
why we only have two
Except for
names
when
at once.
two carriages show up to pick him up. Won't there be a problem?
And not if we're early.
Okay, where are you going to hit him at? Because now you're starting a conversation that could be done via during the score with flashbacks.
I vote carriage that picks him up from the ship to take him to the bed and breakfast.
It worked for us last time.
Pick a spot where you're going to hit him.
You're coming off the ship.
Coming off the ship.
Yep.
Okay.
Won't suspect a thing. Doesn't have an ear on the ground.
There's
yet.
a lot of dock workers, though.
So?
They won't suspect a carriage to
Oh,
pick up
you
a
mean
lord.
okay? Pick him up. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We get him
So-
in the carriage.
So,
In that case, let's
yeah.
go ahead and get that engagement roll out of the way.
Okay.
One for sheer dumb luck, because that's about all you guys have riding on right now.
Sometimes that's all that counts.
Sometimes. Is this plan particularly bold or daring?
Definitely.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would say so. By the way, this sounds a lot like a deception kind of.
Just to get him, and then we will murder him.
Like
Yeah.
it definitely starts out as a deception.
Yes.
Like it's not an assault at all.
Yeah.
Like it's definitely
No.
a deception.
No, we're not
That's
like
correct.
jumping him and throwing him in the carriage. We expect him to gracefully walk into the carriage.
Yeah. All right. Does this rely on overly complex or contingent factors?
Yes, but he
I would
actually
say
believes us and
there's-
gets in the
I
carriage.
sure as hell hope he doesn't run out of the carriage.
I would say this counts as complex.
Okay, so take that second dice away. Does the plan's detail expose a vulnerability to the target or hit them where they're weakest?
Absolutely a vulnerability.
Yep.
Yes.
During a ride? Yeah, I think so.
Not only that,
Is the target strongest against this approach, or do they have a particular defense or special preparation? I don't actually. Nice. Definitely not prepared for this. Can any of your friends or contacts provide some sort of aid to this?
Physiker?
No.
Probably
No.
not.
blood dealers, psychonauts.
you're-
No, just
Just
your,
the one that's
just
right.
the,
You're a
the
apothecary.
apothecary.
No.
probably
Not really.
We don't have any help.
Okay. How about your rivals or enemies? Could they screw with this a little bit?
Sentinel?
Priestess.
No.
Jailbird.
Nah.
Noble, but why would she be? I mean, unless
Waiting
she's
for him at the ball.
possible, I suppose.
Probably the one that's most likely to, but
Not
different
likely.
noble house.
Yeah.
Unless it's this. Yeah, to be.
Okay.
Trying to think if there's any other elements. Trying to think if his tier comes into play here during this kind of thing. No, because the advantages of his tier are kind of negated by what you're doing a little bit.
Okay.
So-
Reset that.
I think so.
4.
All right. So we'll go ahead and start with you guys waiting at the docks.
Everyone pick your load.
Pick your load.
I just go to normal for this.
Don't forget to erase anything you've checked from the previous score.
So the and you guys are bringing your carriage down there, right?
Yeah.
Of course.
All right. So you guys park the carriage down at the docks by the slip where the boat is going to park, you'll see that you see a vessel coming in off the horizon. It's probably got like 20 minutes before it will get into position to park. And around that time, there's some more traffic coming up to park alongside the slip where you're at. Do you guys have like a name card? Like,
Oh yeah, we got the whole.
Oh, I'll stand
Yeah,
right
no,
out there with a
you're-
name card.
It's gonna be you because you're
Yeah.
you're the face, and you're gonna have the sign Hardigan.
all right, okay. So as the vessel comes in and people start offloading, are you mainly looking at the dock itself or anything else?
Mainly just
Keep
kind
an
of.
eye on everything.
Yeah, I'm keeping an eye
Yeah,
on
just kinda
other
watching
things,
the dock.
especially other carriages that might be.
Feigning disinterest.
Okay.
You know, I'm here to pick
All right.
him up.
Go ahead and give me an action to see what you see beyond the normal.
5. Study. Survey.
Survey.
No, studying the docks.
Studies more for book stuff.
Okay.
6 on survey.
All right. So where are you at in relation to everything?
I'm gonna be like
gonna
the
ask
back
this.
end of the carriage, sort of as the rear guard type
Okay.
Footman?
footman.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah. So as you are standing at the rear end of the carriage there, you notice that there's another carriage that also has and they don't actually care, they're just standing there very disinterested.
Hey, no! You're not stealing our fare. They're trying to steal our fare. Get the fuck out of here. They're trying to steal our fare.
Go settle that beef over there.
You're
Gonna scare him
drawing
away from
attention.
here. Let them be angry over there. He'll come to us. Go.
And I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna make
Okay.
a big deal out of it.
Okay.
Trying to steal our fucking fare. We got this fare already.
So, gosh, you're gonna piss off the cabbies too. So, So you walk over, like, are you super huffy about it?
Oh, yeah.
All right. So you walk over there and, like, just get in his face. Or how are you trying to dissuade
No,
him?
you gotta get out of here, man. You can't steal our fare.
Okay. Well, that sounds a lot like a command to me.
Yep.
Okay. And that'll be risky standard.
2.
2. All right. Go ahead and lower the effect on. No, it's an outright fail. So the cabbie's like, no, this is ours. We've had it. Piss off! I'm getting the blue coats.
I'll go get the fucking blue coats.
Are you out there?
Um,
Where are you in this?
You can't steal our fare, man. We already got this fare. This is my money that you're taking out. You're taking food out of my children's mouth.
I don't care what goes in your kids' mouths.
Oh, you motherfucker.
No.
You don't talk about my kids like that.
I had a solution for this.
You sent the non-talky one to do the talking.
I rolled a 5 on that skirt.
All right, that is risky, standard, punchment in the face. So you do it. Like, was your goal to knock him out, or
My goal is to make it look like I'm pissed off that he's talking shit about my kid
Okay.
that I don't have,
Okay.
and that it's going to be clearly that these guys are garbage
Okay.
in a
Alright.
fight
Okay.
when they show up.
Okay. So, like, you clock him across the face, and he pulls that. That was a fucking mistake, Mike.
You don't talk about my fucking kids.
I'm going to head that direction knowing that I'm still waiting for this ship to come in.
Okay. I mean, it's a minute. Like, people are unloading.
I know, but I'm literally walking that direction.
Hand me your sign.
Handing off the sign to Arya, Doc, whoever's closest.
Okay.
Take it.
I'll take it.
Yeah. Arya can
He,
go walk the wagon.
He gives a nice sharp whistle. And a couple of, like, burly-looking bastards walk up. What's the problem?
He's talking about my fucking kids, telling them about what they can and can't eat. That's fucking slander.
Lester, this bastard's trying to take my fare, and he punched me.
No, you're trying to take my fare, and you talked about my kids.
Is that so?
If he told you that your kids could suck a dick, would you punch him in the face? I would punch him in the face. I think you would punch him in the face.
Can I interject here, gentlemen? Please?
What's a pretty lady want?
I'm gonna get up real close to him.
Okay. Oh, Jesus. This is definitely drawing attention, though.
Because you can't shut your fat mouth. I would really love for you to just get back in your carriage and carry on your merry little way and leave us be. Sway
Okay.
with my mesmerism.
Okay.
So he doesn't remember he's been swayed until the next time we interact.
Okay, which probably will be never. Okay. So the situation definitely became desperate, if that wasn't obvious already.
Yeah.
Desperate limited effect. You can push or increase effect.
Yeah. I am. 6.
All right, so you do it. Jesus. Go ahead and don't get your EXP.
Yeah.
So he's like, right. we don't want no trouble. Is it really that big a deal? And he's looking at the guy that you punched, and he's like, but he fucking punched me. Is it that big a deal? Fine. Hope you die of gonorrhea and rotten hell.
Well,
Gets in
that
his-
wasn't very nice.
Gets in his carriage and takes the fuck off.
Composure. Back over towards our carriage.
No. Wrong time of day.
Right. Confused deal. I hope he's
Yeah,
enjoying
I'm
that
stand
fruitcake.
out there
Oh, I
next
hope
to
so.
Arya.
Okay. Within a couple of minutes, a very well-dressed Peruvian comes up. He's got the nice dark complexion, the olive skin, the dark hair, the high waistcoat.
Dibs.
So this is my ride.
Are you Aldo?
I am.
Oh,
And who are you?
This is your ride.
I found Aldo.
Well, I didn't expect to see such a pretty face.
Thank you. I'll be accompanying you on your way if you prefer.
Do you, I don't have it. There's a ball in a couple days. Not sure if you know. I'm looking for a date for that. You want to be, if things go your way, you could, I don't know, be my, piece of candy on the side, bring it to the ball, have a couple dances, drink some good
I'll take you
wine
up on that.
on Skurlock's dime.
I enjoy social gatherings.
Well, that's who's driving this little beast here?
Oh, that's me. No, sir. It's a pleasure.
House of the Broken Sun.
Yes, sir.
Post haste. I have some fun to have.
Well, make sure there's plenty of time for that.
And he loads up in the carriage. Are you getting in with him?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna take care of whatever footman-y bullshit, stacking
Luggage.
luggage.
Okay. All right.
And then jump on the back.
Okay. So, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm already inside the carriage.
Okay. Oh, wow. I'm just a thorn between two roses in here.
The carriage goes.
Yeah, cracking that and getting them there post haste. Ish.
Don't get there too fast.
So we'll go ahead and start a clock here. Yes.
Hey, maybe we like to take our time.
Savor it.
Longer than 20 minutes.
You're going literally across the city of Dustfall. You guys start at the docks. You guys are going all the way up to the night market.
No, I was referring to my experience the last time where I only got 20 minutes.
Gotcha. All right.
Dark
So-
guards.
So,
No one's gonna tease me.
just to clarify, are you two on a certain payroll for entertainment?
Yes.
You be quiet up there.
Sorry.
Well,
Well,
We've been provided by your gracious host.
oh,
They appreciate your business when you come in.
I mean, it's my dad's business, but I'll take the credit. That's fine.
I don't think that they're splitting hairs.
Well, good for them. I'll gladly lavish myself on their coin.
you're very handsome.
Thank you.
You don't have any wife?
No. With my travels across the Great Sea, it only tie me down. Besides, life's too short. Enjoy it.
That is true. Life's very short.
So,
Once we get far enough away from the docks, he doesn't know this area, right?
it's not his first time in Duskwall, if that's what you're asking.
Either way, it's gonna be a ways to travel.
Yeah, like
Right,
keep
but I mean, then
going the right
sure.
way for a while.
Yeah.
You've got to go, depending on which path you take, you could be going across 3 districts or 2. So,
Still a lot of travel time.
yeah.
Plus, whatever else may be on the road surface.
I'm going to avoid districts that house the Red Reef and the Priestess.
The who? The red what?
I'm making sure we're staying out of districts of trouble, like
Got you.
the Flaming Reef
Gotcha.
and the
The Circle of Flame.
Circle of Flame
Yeah.
and who's
the
the other one?
Sentinel, the Noble, the Priestess.
We're at Neg 2 with red sashes.
Yeah, so Crowsfoot's probably out of the question too. You're taking the long ass way around then.
Yep.
Nice.
Scenic, but fast.
Like, if you're avoiding those kind of areas, like you're going, like the southern, like through the night market, Dunslow, Coleridge, like the super poor areas, like where the eel farms and the fungus farms are,
Keep that up, nose up.
right by Iron Hook,
That place looks great.
at the prison.
It does
Oh.
not look great.
But that's the route you would be taking to avoid those
I bet
areas.
if we owned that wouldn't be a problem.
I mean, it's up to you when you.
So, can I do a flashback?
You can do a flashback for what?
Putting a bag of trance powder underneath the edge of the seat and telling Arya where it is. Guessing that, she'd probably be sitting pretty close to him by the time.
Yeah.
This one.
Go ahead and take a stress
Sure.
for that.
So, that is under the seat about where you are sitting.
I'd also like to add to that particular kind of stress a smoke bomb on the other side. So that way if things got hairy, they can break it.
Oh, where I'm sitting?
Yeah.
Great!
So that way they can break it.
Regular smoke
I
bomb,
was
not
gonna
the
say,
good
I don't
kind.
want to die!
Regular.
Okay, go ahead and
So
take
that-
a stress for that.
Yep. So that way they
For
just...
planting the
Yeah.
equipment.
Okay.
Okay. Any other best laid plans of? Okay. All right. So, with that newfound information, what are you doing?
So I'm gonna
He's probably like continuing talking and like kind of upping himself and talking about his travels to the to Aruvia and the Great Isles and stuff like that.
I'll pull the bag out
Okay.
and say like, our presence isn't the only gifts that we've brought you.
Oh. And what might that be?
This, and I'll open it and pull some and
Okay.
like right in his face.
Okay. All right. All right. Let's see. Proximity is not an issue. Right up in his face. What are you using to do that with?
Finesse, I would say.
Yeah, I was gonna say I
Yeah,
could argue
would
that.
pull finesse.
That's definitely a finesse move.
Trying to think of this situation, like with it being, it probably went to a controlled
Okay.
in the carriage. Yeah, controlled standard.
4.
4. So you can. All right. You hesitate in blowing it in his face. You can withdraw and try a different way to do it. Or there's going to be some minor consequence or complication. Or make it like a lesser harm, something like that. Or you can keep going, and then the situation becomes risky.
I'll
Actually, I'm in favor of the complication.
okay.
So yeah, so you do it, but like he's right up there with you, and you blow it. It just creates a cloud in between you two, and you breathe it in too.
Oh
Oh no.
Yes.
You are under the effects of trance powder for the remainder of this score.
no.
Should not have let her do that. She's too new.
I haven't worked with that stuff before.
You were always like Here, have a face full of sand.
Black sand.
So what is that?
So
You're in
you're
a
basically
trance-like
blissed
state
out.
where you are highly susceptible to suggestion and manipulation. Yeah, you're just kind of like dazed and confused.
Dazed and confused.
But yeah, that's quintessentially it.
This is a bumpy rock.
It's one of those things. You really would like to go over there and sit. Just take you by your shoulder and sit you back down.
Equated to like hypnotism.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that highly suggestible?
Yeah. So, but so is he.
So is he. But, I mean, I assumed Arya would have liked to do the dirty work, but I'm not taking the time to wait for her to come back out of this.
I would
So,
have done the dirty work. I should have just done what I do.
so I'm gonna pull this blade I've got out, and yeah, that is just gonna go right through his chest.
What did you do with the? Okay, never mind. Never mind.
The bag of powder?
No. I was gonna ask about the card with his name on it.
Oh. I would have had... Yeah, I wouldn't have brought that
Okay.
with us.
Okay.
Yeah, it would have been with all the other
Okay.
cards, I assume.
Yeah.
All right. Just making sure.
Well, we talked about putting it on the body, but I don't think we're doing that.
That's a bad idea. That's bad.
So, I mean, he's in a trance-like state, very malleable.
I mean, he is in a
Do
complete...
you just plunge it right in?
I'm just gonna kind of, pick between the fourth and fifth rib and
Okay.
This way to it.
finesse.
Yeah,
Do I roll?
Do you need...
no, like it's
It's done.
Great.
like
Yeah, just pop it right through there.
well, he kind of gives him like, oh, what's that for?
Nothing, sugar. Just take a deep breath for me.
Zap. 3 stress.
Are you burning the stress too?
Do I have to burn stress?
If you want to get rid of the body and soul.
That's 3
Yes.
stress, by the
Oh,
way.
I mean, yeah, 3 stress.
Yeah, that's 3 stress, and yes.
So you do it, and the arc of power off your hands. Like, do you twist the blade or anything like that, or just straight in?
Nope, just straight in.
You pierce his heart through the 4th and 5th rib, and just that arc of electricity just surged all around him, and like the bright glow of light from the electroplasm reacting just kind of pulls that like bright from the inside out type thing until like he burns with light, like the skin is just flaking off until it's just nothing.
Would actually, destroy the body?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
it destroys the body and everything.
Oh, crap. Alright.
Great news.
Guess we didn't have to dump it in the canal.
carriage when this happens. No one sees it.
Everything's contained.
This is true.
This is gonna be
It's gonna be a
easiest
quiet
one
murder.
ever done.
Yeah.
Just minus earlier.
Minus
This
that.
is why you let the girls deal with things.
And then do you just drive back to the cathedral? Like everything, everything burned up.
I'm just gonna knock on the front wall of this carriage and
Yep.
Okay.
Go home. And it's like, hey, all right, did you use old Smokey back there?
No.
Cool. Do you want a line of Aldo?
Wait, where's Aldo?
on the floor.
All right. So with that, damn.
Oh,
All right.
that is
I would call that end of score then.
Yeah.
Surprisingly. So.
Anyone want to go punch a cop?
I didn't punch a cop.
You could talk me
Yet.
into it right now.
Alright. So go ahead and take -2 with the city council.
Okay.
How could they possibly know? No bells, no
I
money.
agree.
Gone.
But it's like a game mechanic thing, so.
They know he arrived.
Yep.
And then they'll know who picked him up.
Oh, yeah.
I know a description of who picked him up.
Time to paint the carriage. Seriously.
Like the Johnny Dangerously with the
Somebody's too,
paper
right?
on
Yes,
the
minus
car.
2 with city council.
Nuns.
Ducks and nuns and duck
Actually,
wallpaper.
Minus
What?
1 with the city council,
No,
minus
that's-
1 with the Eruvian,
Okay.
what do you call them? Consulate? Yeah.
Yes.
Classic. Joe Piscopo.
You shouldn't shoot me, Johnny. My mother shot me once.
And you guys got him in an area without stuff that made his tier effective. He was tier 2 effectively.
Okay.
With all the stuff, so you guys will get 4 rep. Unless it fills out your rep.
It does.
Um,
I needed 2 more.
Okay, you guys can then increase your standing there to, if you have got the coin, go to 0 to 1. It costs 4 coin.
I was gonna say he loaded up the carriage. We have his things.
Oh, we'll get there.
I mean, we've got 2 coin in the group.
Yep.
I've got enough stash to add a coin.
Let me
Yeah.
double check.
I like that because I about our rep.
Let me double check the cost.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's 4.
I think you're right.
That sounds right.
Cost coin equal to your new tier times 8. So okay, no, it's 8 to go to tier 1.
I have effectively 2.
I only have 1, but
I have 1.
I've got what can be 2.
So that's still only 6.
And then what's in your?
well, plus
2
the
coin.
group, so that's
Yeah.
8 total.
We've
Oh,
got
like
2
that'd be
coin
all of
ball,
our coin.
or, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be all of our coin, including my stash.
I'd still have my stash.
But we're still gonna get coin for
Yeah.
this job.
Yeah.
So let's do it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Everybody wipe your coin.
So then you become tier 1 weak.
Okay.
Stop taking that disadvantage.
Okay.
And then in his personal effects, you probably get about 2 coin worth of stuff that he brought with him for his short stay.
Do we want to just throw that on the team sheet for now?
Yep.
Yes.
It's there.
And then your rep gets wiped out back to 0. Okay.
So it doesn't overflow. Like
Nope, it does not overflow. Once you fill it, you have to
Kill it.
you have to advance in your tier to get rid of it. Or just bank it and use it for stuff like paying off higher tiered gangs to get off your back. So, okay, and then heat. There's no heat for the death, other than the initial fight, which probably aroused some suspicion. So like 2 heat.
Okay.
All right. Anybody want to go to jail?
you could talk Arya to go into jail right now.
It's the only way we're gonna get rid of that wanted level.
Space.
And then keep in mind, like, I roll dice equal to your wanted level when it comes to entanglements, and they get worse.
Bribe my apothecary. I'll walk.
Who are we able to send? What's the list of qualifiers for sending someone? Because I know it doesn't necessarily have to be one of us, does it?
If we could set up someone.
Yeah, and currently, like, none of your rivals are set up to go to jail. You could convince a friend or contact to.
Right. I mean, I have a rival we could probably frame. I have a jailbird.
You want to send the guy that hates you to jail, who can get out.
I have a sister I could send to jail.
She'd probably go to jail to keep you out of jail.
She probably would.
Or you don't have to do anything about it. You can just stick one and one.
Yeah, that just means our entanglement rolls are that much worse.
This is true.
You know what? I'm cool with it. Whatever.
I mean, it's only a month or two for 1 to level 1.
No, I'm cool with the entanglement rolls just being that much worse.
Okay.
Anybody else have an opinion on this?
I think that's fair.
Are we gonna
until
make a spider just for that purpose?
we can set somebody
That
up
would
later.
require a 5th person.
I say we keep going until we either can set someone else up, or until it makes sense that one of us end up in jail.
I think we should naturally
if we
try
have
and
a
set-
run-in
actually
with a blue
caught,
coats or
yeah.
something like that, then
I think we should naturally try and set someone else up.
no, I know.
For now,
but
let's roll
we'll
with
see.
it,
Yeah.
and we'll go from there.
I think if one of us ends up having a run-in with
Okay,
a blue coat,
what's your
it
current
makes
level?
sense.
2.
Okay, go and roll me a d6.
6.
What are you rolling?
Entanglement.
I'm assuming entanglement. I was gonna tell you I don't know, but no, I know.
Entanglement can we have? That was smooth as silk.
Because there always has to be a hiccup.
And you rolled a what?
6.
A 6? You're not +3 with a faction, are you?
No. We are +2 with reconciled.
But not +3.
Not +3.
Nothing happens.
It doesn't always have to be a hiccup.
It's gonna come back and bite us later.
No, it would have been it would have been cooperation. If you were +3 with somebody, they ask you for a favor. Then if you do it, you either do it or you forfeit rep per tier of the friendly faction,
Gotcha.
or lose status with them. But since
I
you
prefer
guys
this to be nothing.
Yeah, I'm happier with nothing.
That's fine.
That's
Okay.
cool. All right.
all right.
Experience downtime.
EXP.
So crew XP.
Yep.
Execute a successful accident, disappearance, murder, or ransom operation.
Literally all but one of those.
We just did ransom. So are we taking more than one for that?
Do we take more than
I'd
one
say
for that?
two.
Disappearance and
Because he
murder.
literally just disappeared and we murdered him.
Yeah, I'd say that's fair.
Okay.
I mean, body and all.
Yeah. Like just no trace. Okay. Contend with challenges above your current station.
Definitely.
He technically was.
Okay.
But like I said, the situation that you guys made pretty much
Right.
took away any advantage you would have had.
such sweet
Bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one.
I was pretty ambitious.
Right.
Yep.
It was definitely ambitious, but it was.
Express goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of the crew. Well, essential nature.
Yeah, we killed him.
We are assassins. We're murderers. All right.
Okay.
That's it for crew sheet.
That was gonna be great for us.
That was a really smooth operation.
Yeah, it was.
Other than the yelling.
Other than
Hey,
the,
to be fair, we
the
needed
powder I blew in my own
They
mouth.
went away.
They got better.
Hey, Arya,
We could have
you're
piped
supposed
him.
to keep a little distance.
Well, maybe you should tell me next time.
Don't
Or I
breathe
should have
it
just
in.
stabbed him and it would have been
We
over.
literally could have
Don't
wrapped
breathe
them,
it in.
and they would have.
I just thought it would have been nicer. I mean, he seemed like a
He
decent.
seems like an okay dude. I
That's
want to
my
know why we
method,
were
too.
supposed to kill him. I mean, I don't think we'd get to ask questions, but he seemed like a nice enough guy.
Oh well.
Starting to have some concerns
Wait.
about that.
Personally,
Have
XP.
concerns in general.
Okay.
I'll go first. Address the challenge with cracking or violence.
Oh.
Attempted. It's
Violence.
definitely attempted at least once there.
I mean, he punched a guy.
I punched
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
He punched him.
Express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background.
Not necessarily military. What are your?
Weird military accuracy.
Nah, not necessarily.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, when it comes to your drives, like I would probably write down like what your character's like main
Right.
drives are, just so that you can reinforce those.
It is something we should all consider.
Yeah.
That way, it's not something you're going like, "What are my drives?" Like you.
Kept him down, yeah.
Yeah.
Struggle with issues from vice or traumas new.
Okay. Michael, what do you ask?
Sure. I address a challenge with stealth or evasion.
Try it.
Stealth.
Try the stealth.
I mean,
Oh.
you did poof.
The
The
powder
poof.
face.
Oh.
That
The powder,
stealth.
totally. That was a total stealth move.
It was a finesse.
I failed at it, but
You
yeah.
failed,
Still
but you
attempted
tried.
it.
There was a poof. He was tranced. Very easy kill.
I
Not
did
yours,
succeed.
but-
I just didn't.
You just
I
tranced
just
yourself in
also
the process.
succeeded.
You did get him.
Okay.
Hey, that's a win.
All right. And then struggle with issues of vice or trauma. Oh, I'm sorry. Express beliefs, drives, heritage, background. I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think I did anything else with the other one either.
All right. Angela.
You addressed a challenge with deception or influence.
Definitely.
Yes.
Express beliefs, drives, heritage, background. Not really. Background's underworld. Yeah, no. Sort of issues, vice, or trauma. I have neither. Well, I don't have any trauma. My vice doesn't matter. Oh, I don't know. Like, I did just take this guy's money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, vice
Because
met.
that's my vice, taking men for their money.
Yeah, I think you should get one.
Okay.
Vice met.
Go ahead, Jake.
Let's see here. Address a challenge with technical skill or mayhem. I'd say so. Driving the cart. No.
Nah,
Mm.
It was surprisingly mayhem free.
yeah.
Yeah.
There doesn't have to be mayhem.
Well, to be fair, I did put the smoke bomb underneath the seat. Mayhem was available.
Mayhem
It
was
attempted mayhem.
available.
It was attempted mayhem. Go for it.
All right. Let's see here. Address with beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. Background with a horse, carriage, driving.
Okay.
All right.
And then, let's see here. Struggle with issues with a vice or traumas. Workaholic. You know, with the carriage duties.
That's a read.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pushing it.
And I was double dipping my jobs. Just saying, assassin.
I get it. They don't pay teachers much, but
Not at all.
Okay. That's everybody's experience, right? Okay. So downtime actions.
Anyone else need
How's that
healing?
stress treating you?
a little rough. I'm gonna go deal with that.
Okay.
So,
Get on it.
all right. What do you want?
You're relieving the stress, right?
I am
It's the whatever the first column.
just my lowest,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
6.
Clear 6.
Is that
That
many?
is all but one.
okay? Good.
Remind me
Not
what
too many.
happens if I overindulge.
Stuff can happen, like an
All
entanglement
kinds
roll,
of
extra
fun
heat.
stuff.
Good.
That's why it's kind of a fine line. You gotta decide when you're gonna deal with that. As for my other one, our heat's not high, so
That wanted level is though.
that wanted
We
level's
can't do
there,
anything about that
but
except for
unless
go to
somebody
jail.
goes
So
to
This
jail.
is true.
that's not really a downtime action.
No, it's not.
Exactly.
Although you can offer yourself up at any time to go to jail.
I am going to train in prowess.
Okay. Alright. Who would like to go next?
Okay.
Can anybody anything?
Yes, I need a healing.
Okay.
You get the one extra for the
Yep.
doc for that doc too.
6, 5, 4.
6 gives you 3.
So it fills it out, and then you get the
one more for
one
the
more
other
tick
one.
for your next.
So my
So start of your next
this-
healing clock.
All your injuries are lessened by 1.
All of
well,
them?
all of them.
All of them.
Oh, he's got
Oh,
2
well
level
then
ones.
sweet. Then I'm
Oh, then
clear
you're
then.
good.
Yeah, they all get
That's
lessened by 1.
awesome. I
Am
thought
I
it,
getting water?
I thought
No.
it only
Thank
did
you.
one. Neat.
All
And
right,
it's a-
and then my second, I'm going to train in. What do we get? Prowess and insight? Is
Yes.
that what it was?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll train in insight then.
Alright. I'm gonna make a trans powder smoke bomb.
Okay.
This is gonna end so poorly.
All right, for that, because you have like a wide area effect, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
With more potency and closer, but yeah.
That's going to be at least a
You want me to cock it or improve it?
The problem is
no.
we're
It's
immune to this
you're
shit.
taking something that's already
Yeah.
So it's just going to be a quality like +2.
Like
thing.
the other one.
Yep. So you need to at least spend a coin to get it.
Oh, I got 2 stash.
So
Which is
One
a
coin.
yeah, you can, but or it might be more. If you roll a
Right.
4-5, you have to spend 2.
Gotcha. Anyone else interested?
So like you're basically
I
dependent
got nothing.
on
Are there,
you're dependent on rolling a 6.
are there any airbenders special abilities?
No, not here.
Okay. Darn.
Right.
So, like, you can still make the roll. It doesn't cost you anything other
Right.
than an action. And then if you get a 6, you just spend a coin.
Gotcha. 4.
So, no.
Better keep working on that.
Well,
Yeah.
Actually, hold on. No, you would have needed a 6. So,
Yeah, that's right. Then
what else you do?
heal.
You go into Melbourne.
Yeah, because I can't do it myself.
You can do it yourself.
I
Special
can.
2 stress.
Oh yeah, no, screwed that. 3.
That is 1 piece on your pie chart there for healing.
That horse was a brick wall.
Alright, I believe that's your actions.
Wait, hold up. Is that the horse that's outside?
Yeah.
I'm branding that fucker.
Alright, Kerwin.
I am going to work on my clock for the Eye of Kotar
Okay.
using Hunt. 6 and a 5.
Alright, so you discover that the Eye of Kotar, it's actually one of 3 pieces that belong to this like fabled sorcerer. And it's said that when people can try and attempt to use these pieces to great effect, for people that are bold enough to risk their use. And it's basically a mummified eye in a casing of amber is what you have. As for what this eye does, nobody quite knows yet without trying it.
What do you mean by trying it?
I
I know what it
believe
means.
use.
No, I mean, but what does that mean? Like eating it? Like
Hold it in your hand and tell it to do something. Alright.
But now you know about the eye. And the fabled power that it has.
Anyway, should we upgrade our workplace?
Do you guys already have the
Not yet.
work thing?
Not
No,
yet.
the
Workshop? or
workshop?
anything?
Or no? No. No, that's something you gotta do when the crew advances.
Okay.
So,
Then we advance
alright.
our crew.
And I believe
So-
that's everybody's downtime.
No,
right?
I get one more. And
Okay,
I'm
one
gonna
more.
I'm gonna put it into insight because we get 2 in insight, correct?
Yep. Insight and prowess.
Alright. Well, I believe that wraps up what we got going on here. And I just want to thank you all for joining us with our foray into Duskfall. If you enjoyed what you saw, give us a like and subscribe. If you'd like to support us further, be sure to check out our Patreon link down below. And there are certain benefits that come with it, like being a part of our Discord, where you can catch up on any of the roleplay that we engage in throughout the week. Listing of our you get a listing in our post-show credits that we'll have. And any post-episode AMAs that we do, and we'll do patron shout-outs for as well in certain tiers. We've got some certain goals in the future, like bettering our cameras and our equipment, and honestly, we can't do it without any of your guys' support. So again, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, we really hope you have. But until next time, we'll see you then.
Bye. Not worse.
Right?
He's talking about doing experiments on her and shit.
Talk about turning her into a hollow or something.
Hey, let me put those. I'm only like the heart.
I don't think he's gonna give her a choice.
It's the way we like it.
A bunch of ghost
Kel and
fire.
Ember find out he's gonna be sorry.
He's gonna be so fucking
Either that or we're gonna be sorry because he's gonna get that fucking glove out.
Hey, like the flowers?
If the glove don't fit, you must quit.
Oh fuck! That's not really painful.
Oh, money.